I am so stoked to have my next guest join us. They just dropped their debut album, World Famous Tour. It is the guys of Wavedash. Gavin, Luke, and Michael, dudes, thanks so much
Hey,
for being here.
Ronaldo.
Appreciate the time. And right before we started, you were saying this is a studio that you're in right now. So what studio is this? What city? And what are you doing?
We're actually in Los Angeles at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're here working with good friend of ours and just trying to finish up some tunes.
Yeah, it's the first
Nice.
time.
Look at you. Look at you flying around all over the place. I hope you're
I know, I
vaccinated.
know.
I was gonna say it's like really the first time we've traveled in over a year. We're all double vaccinated now.
You've got your shot 4 times now, and you are
Yes, as
Yeah.
well.
super safe.
So yeah, we're really excited to sort of start getting back into the swing of things, and yeah, just excited to get back to work.
Was this the first time you traveled out of the state, out of your home?
So I guess in a really long
Pretty
time.
much, yeah. hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, we're based in Austin, Texas. Actually, we all live together in Austin, and we're pretty fortunate that all of our family is based out there. And we have quite a big house we share with some friends of ours, and it's been pretty comfortable. And for the most part, it's been as good as it could have been throughout the past year. So
Yeah,
we're
very lucky to
live together, get to see
you
each
hear it.
other.
Yeah, a lot of people, um living on their own, or
Yeah.
situations like that, or maybe living in like a college dorm, not being able to do that. We just got really lucky because we were never really bored. If we
Yeah.
were bored, we could just like come downstairs and
Yeah.
someone would be messing
Yeah.
around down there.
Yeah. It's been nice.
But
Wow, that's really interesting. Not only are you friends and colleagues for work, but you're roommates at the same
Yeah.
time. Was there any moment for which you were like, dude, get out of my face. I don't want to talk work with you or anything like that? Like, there's so much overlap, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
there is. Yeah, it's definitely a triple threat. The like friends, bandmates, and roommates. But I think we've gotten to the point now. We've known each other for so long, and we've kind of spent we've spent an unbelievable amount of time with each other
Yeah.
since, I guess, middle school. So I think we all kind of like can read each other, and
Yeah.
we're like, okay, maybe now's not the time to hang out, or
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we have a good personal space radar between the
Yeah.
three of us, which is helpful.
It's really interesting your background because of the fact that you did make friends as middle school kids, and when you're a kid, you just want to have fun, hang out, play video games, or whatever your interest may be. But then you embarked on this musical journey and became serious about it. Take me back to that moment of when you first befriended each other. Gavin, what did you think of Luke when you first met him?
Uh, I mean, I was one of those kids that like really, really just wanted to be friends with everyone, just like you said, almost.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think of anyone too much. I feel
We
like,
weren't even like particularly like I think we were like kind of in adjacent friend groups in a way. And
yeah,
like I think like like yeah, when you're younger, there's like so much overlap with like these kids are hanging out with these kids, where like everyone's just having a good time.
I just knew that they were cool. That's all I knew.
Yeah,
Like these guys
we
are
all
cool.
like figured out that we were kind of cool with each other because of the fact that we all like were really into electronic music at the time, which was like not really commonplace in middle school, at least where we were growing up in Texas, in Austin. And so once we sort of like figured out like, oh, like you're into this like weird like loop music too, like it's like that's sick, like we should be homies. And we, being such big fans of all that kind of music, sort of just realized one day that like we might as well take a crack at trying to make it, just because you're curious and you're young, and it was just something for us to do on the weekends.
Man, did things just sort of accelerate because not only did you
Yeah.
find each other with common interests and also this new music that was exploding, you started
Yeah.
making your own music, and now you're high school kids and you're playing South by, you're going to Ultra, you're doing all these things.
Yeah.
What was that ride like looking back at it now? I know it wasn't that long ago, but still, it must have been just a whirlwind. Were you taking it all in and just saying yes to everything? How calculated were those steps?
We were actually pretty calculated
We
early
were,
on,
yeah,
I
which was
think.
very strange. I think we were really very aware of the things we wanted to do and things we didn't want to do. Because it was kind of at around, I guess, when we were still in high school, sort of the first Wavedash single that came out was a song called Bang that came out on Owsla Records, which we were obviously massive fans of. And it was at that time that, we started getting people reaching out, wanting to manage us and, wanting to do this and this. And
Yeah, I mean, it was really, I wouldn't even say intense. It was just like, it was really fun. It still is. It's so fun. It's the best job ever, honestly. Like, I mean, it was, we went from watching videos of, dudes DJing and being like, damn, that would be cool if we could do that, to just like actually doing it, which is like, the dream in its most literal way. But yeah, it was also kind of weird because, we were very introverted kids at like school or whatever, and I remember thinking like, we would do shows like on weekends and then we would have school the following week or whatever, and I remember just being like, man, like, being like super angsty and being like, I'm like wasting my time, like I need to drop out, like this is no good for me, whatever. And you know me and Gavin, we ended up finishing school, and so it was all good. But
I did
it
not.
was Michael did not. But it's
Here you are with this debut album, and I think I'm getting a sense of how each one of you contributes to these songs, because we hear so many different elements from the sampling, but also the vocal stylings and the pace and the style of the sounds of the songs, right? Because you got some really hard-hitting songs and really great songs like Void, Reciprocate Love, and then all of a sudden you got Ultra Cover, and so there's just a wide spectrum of sounds on there. When you were putting this together, how intentional was it to show this and really cherry pick, okay, these songs are great, these need to be on there, versus one consistent sound?
it was so intentional.
Yeah, that was
like we had mentioned, yeah, like some of those songs are like 4 years old at like their inception or whatever. And we feel like it's this real like celebration of all of our influences and all of our favorite things about dance music and just music in general, really. And so yeah, to have songs like Lemonades and Ultra Cover also be on the same project as like, yeah, songs like Don't Fight It or whatever is to some people maybe a little extreme, but was very intentional for us, that we felt like it all made sense together.
How much has been prepared for the live interpretation, live experience of these songs?
we've been toying around.
We've been it's a completely new undertaking for us. Like I mentioned earlier, like we're always, I feel like the three of us as a band is always evolving, and this is just like the next, like we felt like was the next like proper step, was to have this album live as like a proper live experience and not just like a DJ set. We're performing the album in its entirety like as a live show for the first time at Porter Robinson's Second Sky, which is September 18th and 19th, I believe, in Berkeley, California, which we are unbelievably excited for. We haven't had a show in over a year, and there isn't a day that goes by that we don't think about that show. I think we're unbelievably excited to present this album in like its holistic format.
Well, I hope that you guys are planning some type of 1975 remix to throw into the set, surprise people or something.
We should.
That's not a bad idea.
Should. That's a great idea. We love that band.
Please, that would be great. Just throw everybody off track.
Exactly.
Congrats on this album.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I'm a big fan of the music and really can't wait to see it out in San Francisco. So It's not far from me to check you guys out in Berkeley.
You'll have to come through.
Awesome.
Great talking to you.
Yeah.
Great talking to
Great
you.
talking to you as well.